Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the only podcast produced by three winners of IMSA's Spirit of the Race Award. You're listening to the Check Engine Podcast, streaming through Anchor.fm or anywhere else the good podcasts are streamed that you want to listen to. My name's Nick. With me, as per usual, are my two running mates. Andrew's over there, and Tristan is here as well. What's up, guys? Andrew, how you doing?
I'm good. This was a long week, but I'm here and I'm ready. I'm ready to podcast.
Ready to cast some pod?
Definitely.
Tristan, are you ready to cast pods tonight?
Casting pod sounds vaguely obscene, but I'm ready to do it, whatever it is.
Going to buy, snow peas and hooking them at passerby.
Well, then let's do that.
Yeah.
What, throw peas at cars or record a podcast?
No, at other
why
people
not
in the
both?
grocery store. Because if they're in cars, it's just going to be like, on the windshield. And they're not.
Why not both?
That's true. If you get enough, you can.
So what
do
are you
both.
guys doing later?
I'm casting some pods.
Well, after that, come on.
After the podcast.
So I'm
Okay.
casting pods.
Oh my God.
You got to stay with the program, Nick.
It's been a
Even
long week. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Bear with me. Okay?
Grr.
Okay? Just, light grrr.
There's. All right. Moving on.
Moving on. We're not pros, as you can tell, folks, but you're listening anyway, so we appreciate it. But we don't want you just to listen. We want you to talk back at us. Let us know what you think of these episodes. If you have any ideas for us, things you liked, things you don't like. You can start by going to anchor.fm/checkenginepodcast or even better, I should say, checkenginepodcast.com. That's what I meant. You can start at checkenginepodcast.com. There's an email there called inbox@checkenginepodcast.com. That website also gives you links to our blogs. It gives you links to our past episodes. It gives you links to our socials. So anything CEP related you can find at checkenginepodcast.com. Andrew, what's the subject of discussion tonight?
Well, last week we built our reasonable dream garages, our realistic dream garages, something like that.
Something like that.
And that was so fun. I definitely had a lot of fun. Nick brought the idea that we should make this a contest. So what we've done tonight is created dream garages for our co-hosts by each picking a car for the other. So, $20,000 max to spend. So it could be $10,000 each. It could be $19,000 and $1,000. It could be anything, but each of us is picking a car for the other two. That realistically you could get them and they would then be forced to drive.
And yeah, so the key word there is forced. So no one knows what they're getting. And
Tristan knows what
I
he's getting.
know exactly.
He knows exactly what he's getting.
I don't think he does. Not from me.
Not from you, but from him.
And from me.
Odds are they're not going to like it is the point.
No, mine is.
Tristan's the peacemaker here.
I picked cars I thought you guys would like.
Then you are going to hate me.
It just proves I'm the best one of all three of us. That's all it is.
So what this really is last week
I
we
bought
did it
you
for,
a gift, all right?
I bought you one too. Just let me explain myself later on. So what we did was essentially last week we were selfish.
Yeah.
Now we're being unselfish. We're going to do the
right.
same thing for each other
It's giving.
because we're friends.
Yeah.
And that's what friends do. That's what bros do.
Right, Tristan?
No, apparently not. That's what I do.
I have been so excited for this all week long.
And actually we should, Andrew, thanks for, I brought it up to the group, but I should just call out that this was actually my girlfriend's idea. So
Listener submission.
this is a listener submission. So thanks, Claire.
That's right.
Let's see how this goes. But first, as always, we have a quick round of pace laps. Yes? No?
Yeah, I do. I have a fun one that I witnessed at the gas station when I was filling up my car this week. I was just parked at the pump, filling up my car, and in front of me, like in one of the handicap spots, was a Toyota Avalon, like a new Avalon, nothing really special about it. And this old guy comes out of the Quick Trip and canes his way to his car and kind of laboriously gets in his Avalon, and then sets off at 150,000 miles an hour. Just the fastest I've ever seen anyone move in a Toyota, including at the racetrack.
When the car is willing, but the body is old. Hey, do what you can, right?
Wow.
Do you think he passed out with his foot in the pedal or something?
No, I think he just really liked his car. I mean, it was like a brand new Avalon. I'm sure statistics would tell you that if you own one Avalon now, you probably owned one before. I just think he really liked his car. I think that's what it was.
More power to him.
Yeah.
I also have someone who really liked their car. Again, I have neat car news with neat as, kind of maybe not really. There was a very, very last model Hyundai Tiburon.
Okay.
Before they got replaced by the Genesis Coupe. And it was slammed. It was rattle can black. It had in the rear quarter panel window a dope script.
Car tattoo?
Yeah, car tattoo.
The word dope.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
Not that.
Really, the word dope in script.
Right.
And that was pink.
Okay.
All the badges had been removed. And on the rear and front license plate bracket, Brazzers. I told you I'd get there.
Oh, no.
Where did you see this?
Yeah.
Sun Prairie.
Why?
Any
don't
listeners
know.
from Wisconsin know why we laughed really hard at Sun Prairie.
Oh, man. I mean,
That's funny.
yeah.
On the very same trip during which I was nearly killed by a man in a GMC.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that story.
Yeah.
That's why I told you need to get a dash cam.
Yeah. No, I need to get a dash cam because then we'd have hashtag content
Exactly.
of me almost dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this
It'd
guy...
get hits. It'd get a lot of hits.
Guy was going out to pass a parade leader on a 2-lane country road. Some guy was probably going 50 or something. It had a whole string of cars behind him. First guy whipped out to pass, and all of a sudden, all I saw was 9.5 acres of GMC grill. Made a break for the shoulder. He panicked, also went for the shoulder. So I continued to go to the grass.
Jesus.
And then I, full Subaru-rude my car off on the grass, just absolutely sawing the wheel back and forth, keeping all 4 wheels in play underneath me, and then climb my way back up onto the road with the only damage being a minor bend to my rally armor bracket.
Jesus.
Yeah. So nothing on the chin spoiler, no missing pieces, no suspension damage. Tracked afterwards, but I was on the very same trip. Brazzers guy was on the way in. Near-death experiences on the way out.
You did get fucked on the way out, indeed.
It was a portent.
Almost.
Sign and portents, portents, if you will.
I'll allow it.
Signs and portents.
That's actually really funny. Oh man, I mean, yeah, it's a very real thing. People just pull out. That's the thing. If you're gonna fuck up like that, don't then make it worse by continuing to go into the other person's lane.
He panicked into me. He didn't cut back into the line of traffic.
They always do that.
So
Bastards.
PSA: get back in line if you panic.
Yeah.
Or just, drift over a few
at the
inches and
very-
take a peek
Yeah,
to
take
see
a
who's
peek.
coming first.
Who's
Hang
in a
in there.
truck?
Or at
How
the
hard?
very
You
least,
could probably see over the top of whoever he was trying to pass.
just slam on the brakes. I'll
Yeah.
get out of your way.
Yeah,
I
do
will.
that.
I did still. So
Good driving, dude.
Yeah.
thank you.
Good work. We need footage of that. That's what I'm saying.
So that was my news.
I actually have big news.
Okay.
Earth-shattering news.
Is it something that Elon Musk tweeted
No. I'm
Okay.
not talking about him anymore for a week.
We've
Okay.
moved on from that.
for a little bit?
I have news of the Supra variety.
Oh, no.
The what?
As you may know, gentlemen, the first ever production Supra rolled off the line sometime earlier this week. The one that they auctioned off for $2 million at Stupid Meekum or whatever.
Wasn't that for charity, though?
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
However, we do that. This means that we now have a power figure.
Oh, someone
yes,
died
yes.
on it.
We have one power figure.
And figure.
Yes. This was a JDM Super, apparently, whatever.
Sure.
It has 197 horsepower. What? Why is that so little? Why is that less than my car?
Did you just forget the name of your car?
No, I'm just trying to. Saying 190. I've had this picture in my phone for a week, and now saying 197 horsepower out loud, and then remembering what that car was like to stand by. Why is that less than my Veloster? Why?
Don't ask me. Ask Toyota.
Toyota, what are you doing?
Did anyone expect something that low?
No.
No.
I didn't figure.
What range did you expect it in?
230.
I thought 220.
220, 230.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I'm just a fan of bigger horsepower. I was going to say 250.
No,
275-ish.
I mean, considering my car's not working very hard and it's pushing 268.
True.
That's not a big ask, I would say, but
You wouldn't think. Apparently it is.
Man, that's a bummer. You know what?
So how big a miss is this thing,
Well, it's
really?
actually less than the 86. It's less than the 86, which has 210.
Yep.
they went backwards.
How
That's
big
foolish.
a miss is? How badly did they fuck this up?
If those are the American numbers, and okay, it's not guaranteed they are. It's a JDM one. That is a massive
Sometimes
miscalculation.
American market cars come with bigger motors because of the restrictions in
True,
Japan.
or at least
So,
more or less restrictive exhaust systems, stuff
Yeah.
like that. I don't know. It's just a fail. It's a fail. 197 is a fail.
If it is that when it gets to the States.
even
Yeah.
in Japan.
Even
Yeah, I
now.
guess even in
Yeah.
Japan that's a fail.
So
Oh man.
on that
Toyota,
depressing
what do you-
news,
what do
should
you
we get
do?
on to the fun?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. Let's
get
go.
on.
I'm tired of being sad.
It's been a long week. I don't want to be sad anymore. So, how are we gonna spin this one?
I mean, I think each of us should give our choices for the other two people, instead of going like one at a time.
Sure.
So why don't you start, Nick?
Well, I started last week.
Oh, did you?
I did. I've been starting actually a lot of these episodes
I can
recently.
start. Should I start?
Let's,
Yeah, it's fine.
let's change it up a bit.
All right. Well, I mean, this was kind of a complex episode to put together,
No,
right?
it wasn't.
Just let me.
Full of anger already.
Just.
I went from being sad to being mad.
Why won't you hear my lies?
But you're not sad though. That's good. You said you don't want to be
Things
sad.
are a change,
You
and-
didn't say what emotion you wanted to transition to. You just said you didn't want to be sad.
That's true.
why won't you listen to my lies for a little bit? Just let me lull you.
I've had that for years.
All right, I'll start with Nick anyway.
Can I go from mad? Can I go from mad to tired now?
Yes.
Sure, as long as you're not sad. That's our goal.
I'll start with Nick.
Okay.
I mean, this was actually an interesting episode to plan for, and I actually did pick somewhere in the area of 5 for each of you before deciding what I was eventually going to go with.
Likewise, actually.
Well, because it's tough, because, yeah, I wanted to be nice, but I figured, why?
That's your whole life in a nutshell.
Yeah,
This was
exactly.
actually not at one point did I think be nice. I picked 5 for each of you that like, yeah, he would hate that. Yeah, he would hate that too.
Well, I did try
You're
for a
both
while.
getting used Priuses. We're done. There. Enjoy.
See, that's the thing.
$5,000 Priuses for both of you. And I keep the extra 10 grand.
That was the whole thing, though, because my goal was to give you each something that actually did suit parts of your personality or what you need in a vehicle, but also doesn't fit any fucking part of your life. That was my goal.
Okay.
So, Nick, I mean, we haven't known each other that long, but I mean,
It's been at least 8 years.
I guess since you first met, yeah.
Yeah.
But you have your go-kart and you do stuff and you have the need
You do stuff.
You do stuff.
Well, you have a truck.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean by that is you have a truck, but you generally use it for things that you would use a truck for. Hauling, carrying, a
I
bunch of
do
power
truck
tools.
things with trucks.
Exactly.
Put them on a t-shirt.
And so as much as I would have wanted
We
to be
should.
like,
I do truck things with trucks.
yeah,
Nick.
but I couldn't be like Mini Cooper, That's just a dick move. But you also have a deep-seated love for performance cars and GM specifically. So obviously I had to shop within the brand.
Oh no.
I had to shop within the GM brand.
Did you
No.
get me a tell me? Oh, I think I know what you
I know
did.
what he did. I know what he did.
I think I know. Let me know.
Yeah.
So it's a Chevy SSR. But listen,
Nah.
this is all things to all men.
Is it?
Yes. This is not the one with the Chevy with the Corvette motor.
Damn it.
Because those are really expensive. Those are the ones that people want. So this is the 4.6 liter V8 out of something.
A Silverado.
A Silverado.
It has a Silverado motor.
It has a 4-speed automatic.
What?
It has they all have 4-speed automatics. It's for those who don't know, it's a truck that's also a convertible, and
A hot rod.
yeah, it's also a hot rod, a design after a hot rod, and it can tow, Nick, 1,000 pounds, so probably not your go-kart, but it can tow.
Like
A motorcycle trailer.
Yeah.
Not a trailer you put a motorcycle on, a trailer you put behind a motorcycle.
Yes, yeah. So we got that covered.
so,
That's all
so I
fine.
can tow empty trailers to other people for them to use.
Well, you got the.
I could be a trailer delivery man.
Just wait until you see the size of the bed. Just wait. And I forgot. It's a 2-seater. Perfect for you and your new partner to throw the top back and just 4-speed your way around the land.
Around the land.
18 mpg at the high end.
Ooh,
Average of 16. It's good.
that's that 4-speed automatic of the V8 for you.
4-speed automatic. I'm sure it has overdrive. It's fine.
So, this is a 2004, and it's yellow. Corvette.
Why? Yeah. Why not? Why
Gotta
would
have
you?
yellow. So 12.8 for this for you, and 150,000 miles. But it's a truck engine. You should be all right.
Thank you, Andrew.
No, what I was actually surprised the difference.
So it was
between-
12.8.
Yeah,
So you spent like $6,200 on my
it was
Element.
a very special gift. And also, all the ones in the single digits were garbage. So there's this weird gap with this vehicle. The only ones that had the actual Corvette engines in them, they did put the ones from the C5 in these cars, still with the 4-speed automatic, but only in one model year. And clean versions of those are $40,000-$50,000 in some cases.
Wow.
It's so crazy. There is a actual wantability.
Like a collector piece to one version.
Yeah, this car's not collectible. Not the one I got you.
No,
But
but it's not like we're family or anything.
Right.
We're just co-hosts.
that's the first one. And I'm very proud of that.
You can go. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just straight to hell.
Exactly. I mean, Tristan thinks that he knows what he's getting from, and I've been playing into that a little bit because it's very satisfying. And as we all know, Tristan's favorite car ever is the Honda Element.
Yep.
I had two guesses.
What were you guessing? Well, let's hear your guesses.
Honda
first.
Element or a 2-wheel drive Jeep.
I did think of the 2-wheel drive Jeep, honestly. Well, no. How did that even start where we found out your favorite car was the Honda Element?
We didn't. You did. So tell us the story.
I actually don't remember.
It had to have been college.
I think so. You know what it was? I think you were looking for like an outdoorsy. It was definitely before you got the Jeep. Definitely. I mean, it's a car that roughly approximates the things that you enjoy, right? The Honda Element.
It's like someone had the car that I want described to them, but never shown to them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, all right. So we can't have that. And now that you're in the club, now that you're an actual car driver, you have to have something with a manual, clearly.
Oh, okay.
Definitely a manual. And you love the all-wheel drive. Gotta have that. So what I got you was an all-wheel drive manual Honda Element. which is real.
I know it is.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
I was going to go for something else until I discovered that they actually did come with the manual.
Well, at least you made it a manual and all-wheel drive.
Exactly.
So thanks.
This could do that. You could realize your dream of going to the Moab in the Honda Element.
No, you couldn't.
No, you couldn't do the Moab Trail. You could go to Moab.
You could just go and watch
You
everybody
go to
else.
Moab on a bicycle if you wanted to.
You just
But
go to
listen,
Moab and watch everybody else do
Have
trails.
you really considered the car?
Yes.
Because it's an SUV, kind of.
It's a van.
It's not a van. It doesn't have a sliding door. It can't be a van. It's a nice boxy shape. You can sleep in it. There's an attachable tent. You can attach a tent. How are you not loving
You can
this?
also attach a tent to the Pontiac Aztek and the Juke.
Actually, it's very much like a Pontiac Aztek.
It
the
is.
Element. It's very much like it.
Yeah,
That's the car that Walter White drove in Breaking Bad, for anyone who might not know. I mean, do you love it? Just tell me you love it.
God, I hate it.
I just
You can
need you to love
go,
it.
but you can go camping and glamping and overlanding and boondocking and
Damping?
ramping and stamping and damping and
Ramping.
Tramping.
You can go tramping. You
all of those things in
can
it.
do all the ampings in your Element. And then you can supposedly wash the interior out. Although all the forum posts I found said don't wash the interior out.
Yeah, you cannot hose it out like they showed in the commercials.
Because there are no plugs in the floor.
Yeah.
And the water just stays inside.
That's why I hate that car. It isn't anything. It's almost a lot of things.
It's an all-rounder for the modern man.
It's the
When did
You've
they
used modern
discontinue
man
it?
twice now to describe both of our cars.
Yeah.
Well, we're modern men.
We're modern
Nick,
mans.
Are we not?
We're,
Aren't we?
We're mans in modern times.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a 2004. And it's green.
That could be worse.
You like green?
I do like green. He did well with the color. Unless it's lime green.
No, it's Galapagos green.
Like a tortoise?
Yes. Dark green.
Yeah.
89,000 miles, so just getting warmed up.
How much of it is rust?
Almost none.
Almost none.
Almost none is rust.
So soon to be all.
Yes. And where's the price here? So I actually did go a little over, but this has been sitting. So this was at 7.5, but I'm pretty sure I could swing it for under the budget. 109 days.
He cheated just to give me a Honda Element.
I cheated to get you a nice Honda Element.
He could have bought the Element first and just used whatever was left in his
Less than 100,000 miles.
slush fund for me.
I mean, but just you're not thinking of this
Anybody
right
who
away.
wants an Element, please get in touch with Andrew. He's got a great one for you. I'm sure it's wonderful.
All right, fine. If you think you got something better,
For
let's hear
me
your
or for
picks.
you?
Let's hear your picks.
All right, here we go. We'll start with Nick's.
He promised
right.
before this episode that he was going to be very kind, even loving.
So, for Mr. Nicholas,
Yes, sir.
I chose a 1981.
81.
Yep, that's the only downside to my picks is that they're old. But I think that's because that's the better ones.
How much money did you spend?
Under 20 by a fair margin.
He said he was being kind. He just wanted to keep the money.
That's right.
1981 Chevrolet Camaro Z28.
Seems rude.
Okay.
You like Corvettes, so here's not one.
It's a Chevy. It's the same thing, right?
It was, in the year it was introduced, named one of Car and Driver's top 10 cars in the world when it was introduced.
Famously an American publication.
Well, yeah. This one, although I did do you one better, Andrew.
Me?
Yeah. I got him a 3-speed auto. Now, bear in mind,
He said he was going to be so kind.
These only came in 3 speeds. So, but it is in very good shape. It has the cool pinstriping on the
gold
front.
pinstriping, black
Yep.
with gold.
Mickey
Thompson tires.
Yep.
Those aren't just any man's tires. Those are Mickey Thompson tires.
With the rear louvers.
Wait, let me
And look at that
see.
interior.
Look at that.
What color is it? I can't
The
see.
interior is Beige.
But that's because it goes. That's blurry.
Wow.
It goes
What
with
was
the
that?
outside.
Yeah, the interior matches the pinstriping, the trim.
Gotcha. Oh, that design.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rude. Still rude.
Still rude. It's going to be rude no matter what I do, because he can't just let it go. But no, I made sure to get you the Z28 with the functional ram air louvers that open at full
That's
throttle.
pretty cool.
With the rear louvered windows, V8. They all had 3-speed autos. Can't really help that. And a good interior. Much of that has been rebuilt. It has new shocks, new seals, new all sorts of stuff. It's in very good condition for the age. The mileage is sub 100,000 miles.
Whoa.
Although I could not find in the listing
Okay.
by how many, but when I searched, but when I put an upper limit of 100,000 miles in car gurus, it came up. So maybe that just means they didn't
It's
put
probably
anything in.
unlisted.
Yeah, but
That would really be something if it actually was under 100K, though.
and it was $10,000.
All right. Exactly at the
Exactly half.
10K.
Yep. So that was my choice because I figured no, it's not a manual, but it would be a fantastic windows down summer car, letting it just blah 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 in second gear. You know, when you go to the Kilty or whatever.
That's true, and you can tow with the vehicle that I got you.
You can probably tow more with
I can
this.
tow more with the Camaro.
It's not about more.
How many horse strengths does it have, did it say?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Since it's what year was it?
1981.
81.
About 46.
Now.
Yeah.
I have.
I would imagine it's probably like mid twos when it came out. Does that sound too low for 80s? Maybe 300
I
Z28?
was going to say, it was Z28, and it's probably closer to 3.
Doesn't say.
Doesn't say. Well, we can Google it while you introduce the next one.
All right. And Andrew,
Yes.
yours
I hope you got me a Honda Element.
was the import car of the year when it was introduced.
1776?
1983.
Oh, God.
This one
Hey,
does.
yours is newer than
This
mine.
one does have 90,000 miles.
Well,
It's still under 100.
Yeah, that's still under 100K.
2-wheel drive rear, manual transmission, blue interior,
You were winning before.
blue exterior.
I like blue.
1983 Datsun 280ZX.
I actually love that.
Comes with T-tops.
Oh, my God. I want T-top so bad.
Andrew, this is your car.
Oh, that's nice. He got me a real gift. Oh God, it's even got the stock wheels. The four. Oh my God!
All the turbo badges are in place. It has the by Nissan, Datsun by Nissan, as they were converting their global brand away from Datsun to Nissan.
We should actually buy this and restore it. 'Cause
Sold as the Fair Lady Z in Japan.
actually love that.
Import car of the year. T-tops. Under 100,000 miles. Got the cool front opening hood.
Yes,
I love that.
I actually like that car.
Oh, wow.
Turbocharged.
Wow.
So
Why didn't you get that one for me?
89.95 because I found his first and I couldn't find another one. That was going to be my joke because I just got you guys both the same car.
That would be pretty funny.
That would have been really. That is amazing. Actually, I love that.
So
You actually got him a good gift.
I tried
Wait.
tried with both.
Sorry, I did just find the power specs for the Camaro. You said the Z28.
Yeah.
This says 175 horsepower.
I believe it. It was the 80s. Almost none of them make that now. They've
Yeah,
all
this
been
is
modified.
175 and 275.
275.
It's gotta be the
175
275.
is the V6.
No, 275 foot-pounds.
Oh.
170. The V6 was listed at 109.
Whoa.
Whoa.
We'll probably need a more reliable resource on that, but LOL. Wow.
Thanks, you guys. That's great.
I would feel bad.
Two
but
Chevys,
I don't.
an SSR.
At least mine looks cool.
So does the SSR.
Does it?
No.
Yeah. Looks like a Hot Wheels.
Yeah. Is that cool?
Could be.
It was cool if I was 7.
And mine's cool if you're 50.
You're looking the horse I gave you just right in the mouth. You're just looking at it right in the mouth. You're not supposed to do that. That horse was a gift.
I'm still doing it. I'm still doing it. I don't live by your rules. All right.
Last one.
Last one. I'm going to start with Andrew. Andrew, I splurged on you a little bit.
Oh, God.
Everybody splurges on everybody but me. No, I'm going to be ungrateful. That's why.
And let me tell you, we'll just spoiler alert, the disparity between the costs, way more than Andrew's was. Way more than
That's
Andrew's.
why you get the 1983 Camaro.
It's an 81, you said.
81. 83 is
81.
the Z.
Andrew, so I'm going to talk about some of the things that I almost got you but didn't.
That sounds great.
Sounds
So
like torture.
the first thing I found for you was a 2006 Dodge Ram 3500 dually with 242,000 miles on it.
was it a diesel?
But I said, nah. I think I left it as one of my semifinalists for you, but I decided there's something out there he might hate more than that.
Oh, my God.
And I think I found it. It cost me $18,500.
$1,500.
You got so screwed. All to spite me.
But I think it's worth it. I present to you
He printed out pictures, ladies
I
and
did.
gentlemen, by the way.
the 2005 Hummer H2.
Oh, boo.
And well, the cool thing about it, Andrew, is that if you ever forget what you're driving or if other people are wondering, it says so real big right on the side.
Oh, my God.
Silver with black rims, a black brush guard, and giant black H2 Hummer decals down the side.
This is offensive.
I love it.
You're welcome.
I would love for you to drive that.
No, I don't want this.
It doesn't say on there is a little over 90,000 miles on it.
See,
do hate
under
this.
100 grand.
Under 100 grand. She's just getting warmed up.
Yeah,
God.
It takes gas and gets miles. No, you keep that. That's for you.
that's for you.
Do I have to?
Yes. I want to see that in your bedroom wall the next time I'm over here. Or like in a frame on your desk.
Little frame.
Yeah, little frame.
Bring you joy at work.
How
Yeah.
many owners does it say?
I believe it was 2.
As a side note, that Nissan was 2,
That's impressive.
owned by nominally a factory mechanic. So
We should actually buy that.
right.
So
I hate this, and I don't want it.
good. Then this was a success.
Mission accomplished.
You don't have a choice. This is your new garage.
Oh, my God. That's not even going to fit in my garage.
So he'll only drive mine. That's okay.
Think of all the stuff you can fit in there. You've been renovating this house.
Yeah, Tristan, you want to trade?
You're. I
No.
mean,
I'll just buy the Silverado instead. That was based on.
you can get a lot of use out of that, Andrew. You can get a ton of use out of
That's
that.
true. I can tow your trailer for you.
You can. You can. It's like almost in the back of my head, I knew. So now I can call you and be like, hey, man, I need to get to the cart track. Could you come grab my trailer for me?
Sorry, I'm just looking at it. I have to wonder how much that it looks like factory H2 sticker package was.
Yeah, I'm guessing that rolled off the line with that
I
on
think
there.
it did.
How
I
much
don't
did
think that was aftermarket.
cost?
I don't even know how much
$2
they
grand.
were off the, how much was a H2 new?
A lot. Shockingly much.
Oh, and back in those mid 2000s, the heyday,
The
like,
MSRP was, I don't even know.
Oh, that bro.
ridiculous.
Hummer H2.
Price when new.
What? 53,286 for the base
In
in 02 to 03.
yikes.
The 09 is that this? Is this the black chrome edition?
I bet it
It
is.
just says used 2005 Hummer, man. Not a-
Right. Well, anyways, that was the top tier when they ended it in 09. 67,450.
And people were buying them.
Oh my god.
You remember how many Hummers we saw on the road in high
Yes.
school?
I do.
Holy crap.
The H3T was the weirdest one, though.
That was a little interesting.
Yeah.
The one with a little tiny pickup bed in the back?
Yeah.
Yep. It was actually like the smallest Hummer, because a Hummer has a little, like an actual one, has a little bed in the back.
It does, yeah.
That one was like a very small version of the real Hummer. That's why I kind of like that. I kind of like the H3 for that reason. At least it tried to be what it was aspiring to.
I was actually looking to get you an H1, but those are way too expensive.
Yeah.
They are. Although you can buy them non-running
Yeah.
from, but I don't know if they do. They just from the auctions or whatever.
The
Yes. Yeah, I hate this.
Good.
Yeah. I
Good.
hate
You're
this.
welcome. You're welcome. So you're probably wondering then, man, if he spent $18,500 on Andrew,
Like a Ferrari keyring is what he bought me.
Just to spite me.
just to spite, like how could I possibly get something meaningful for Tristan and get it under that $20,000 for $1,500 or less? Well, I did it for way less. I made it by a comfortable margin.
Oh, God.
But Tristan, I was taking into account, you kind of have an affinity for versatile things.
Oh, my God. It's a golf cart.
It's a Gator.
It's not a Gator.
And those actually
It's
cost
better.
more than $1,500.
It's better.
A wheelbarrow.
Yes. Good.
So I feel like you could use this vehicle, and you could do your cross country road trips with it. You could do
Not
your
at that price.
camping trips with it. You like project
Oh,
vehicles.
that's a good point. You do like a project.
You do like a project vehicle. So,
Shouldn't have written that blog, bro.
and you should just hope that I don't read them. So for $700,
Oh, my God.
OBO,
It's wait, hold on. It's a
you're not going to guess.
1989 Honda Civic.
Nope.
What's $700?
A 2000
Oh my God.
international school bus.
I love this. Does it run?
Well, that's the project piece. It's $700 OBO.
It's from Massapequa, New York.
Yep. But I'm just thinking, look, you've got the door in the middle of the side there. If you take out those seats in the back, you can put, that's your new road trek.
Yes, I want this.
We've seen there was that pit crew at Road America who had the the short bus.
Yeah.
That they were staying in, had little scooters going back and forth.
Yeah. So for $700, I got you a full-size
Hey,
school
it comes
bus.
with free shipping.
Thank God. That's just savings.
Yeah, right? If I don't have to go get it, yeah.
Does it not run currently?
I don't know. It just says
It does say install new filter kit, flush and inspect the cooling lines.
a line and then next page. So, hey,
So
for $700, you could tow it somewhere with your H2.
I could.
And I could then sleep in it. I doesn't even have to run. Teamwork.
That's true. It makes the dream work. Man, you got something.
I don't hate that. That's cool.
Well, at least. So my garage is now a pretty sweet Datsun, which
Yep.
is epic. And this piece of shit.
yep.
Let's just get it towed and not go get it.
Mine's a Honda Element, which I will immediately sell
It's the
to fix the bus.
So rude. It's the perfect car for you.
This is the perfect car for me.
Does that have a manual? No. Does that have
No.
all-wheel drive? No.
It's a bus, though.
You can't even camp. It doesn't have a tent
See,
that attaches
I
to
knew,
it.
It doesn't
I
need
knew
one.
deep
It is a-
down
it's
that
a
somehow
house.
because it was so different, he was going to find
It's a
pleasure in
house.
this.
It doesn't need a tent.
Where's the bathroom?
You could put one in.
You put a Honda Element.
That would be inadvisable.
It doesn't have plugs in the bottom.
Just drill a hole.
Yeah, we work for a power tool company. It's fine.
Exactly. Oh, man.
And I came out of this with a yellow 2004 SSR
Perfect for your truck needs.
and a black 81 Camaro Z28 with 100 and whatever
You
horsepower
easily have nearly 300 horsepower.
collectively.
The school bus is pretty impressive.
Yeah, I like that.
Was this at like an auction or something?
This was eBay.
Oh, I didn't think to look on eBay. Actually, what I really wanted to find for you, Nick, was someone's project monster truck that had a C3 body.
Oh,
That's what I really wanted to find, but I did not know how to look for it, and somehow I never thought of eBay.
Always think.
honest
of
to
eBay.
God, I just Googled school bus for sale. Just to see what would pop up. Just to see if I could find something random and cool.
I was trying to find a Corvette for you, but
For him?
yeah, but the ones that I found were kind of raggedy.
Yeah.
And like at least the Camaro, although in some ways unexciting,
I mean, for that price, yeah, they're going to be raggedy.
was at least in good shape and had the nice paintwork and would have been interesting. That's why I went with that one.
What are some of the other cars that you looked at? I just got to go into my photos here, and I'm sure I'll find some of the other stuff that I considered for the two of you.
I actually was inspired by, I was trying to find, I found a couple, but they had mechanical problems of some of the newer ones, the, 350Z.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
I actually really like the 350.
I know, I was actually trying to find you one, and I couldn't really find one that fit the bill, but I was like, hey, let's go back a generation. Oh my God, this one's got T-tops. Yes.
I was looking at a couple of Fieros.
I don't hate a Fiero.
Hey, Fiero is an excellent kit car donor.
It is.
I was looking at a couple of old Crown Victoria police cars.
Ooh, was that for me or him?
Just in general.
Just in general.
I would also take one of those.
I was
See,
looking
that's the thing. Like, all the stuff that I'm like, oh, man, this would be good for... Well, no, it wouldn't. He would actually like it.
I found one that I almost went with for you, Nick. It's a used Dodge Challenger.
Okay.
SRT8.
Okay.
Driven formerly by a policeman, so it has a brush bar, a trailer hitch, and 2 spotlights.
Nice.
And a shitload of miles.
Hard miles, too.
Very hard miles.
Hard miles.
That was a big consideration. Tristan, pride of place. I almost went with this, but they were actually too expensive. A Cobalt SS.
Oh, a death bomb. Deathmobile.
No. The SS wouldn't kill you.
Oh, okay.
Because they had uprated suspension pieces.
It would just scare you a little bit.
Yeah. But I have a deep-seated need to know whether or not that car is any good.
Oh, so you're going to inflict it on me.
Yeah, I don't want to drive it.
I'm a
You're just going to use Tristan as the
test
guinea pig?
subject.
Yeah, 260 horsepower.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's more than my 81 Camaro.
By double.
A fair amount.
It's probably more than a school bus.
I also considered a mid-roof Ford Transit for you, Tristan.
Okay.
I would also accept that.
I think you would actually enjoy that one.
Gratefully accepted.
What else? Really, once I found that Challenger for Nick, I thought that was going to be the one. Then I was like, nah.
Yeah, I wanted to go the
SSR is a good... That's a good pick.
I was trying to go the American muscle route, and that same generation was all Firebirds and stuff. Those are way more.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
I went with one of the top 10 cars of the year.
All right, wait. So now let's think about this for a second. Nick, you pull up to Claire's house in your yellow SSR
That's right.
with the top down. What does she say?
She would... I think she would probably like it. To be honest with you, she's not like a car person. She's not going to really know the stigma with it, so she would probably enjoy it. Convertible
Sounds like denial.
Like if I pulled up in the winter with the top down, she probably wouldn't be too happy. But
Clearly.
the top goes back up, right?
I mean, in the picture it's up. It may not go down at all, but the theory is that it goes down. Okay, so
It might be more impressive if I pull up in the Camaro.
Yeah, that's probably true. That actually did look like it was a pretty good condition. What about you, Tristan?
Which one am I pulling up in?
Both. First, the element.
The element would probably be like, what the hell is this?
I feel like Jessica would like that.
I think she'd love the school bus. Especially if it
Really?
was like, I'm turning this into a camper.
That would actually be pretty sweet.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You could clear a little path, a little workspace.
Yeah.
That would actually be really fun.
So are we doing that as our next
We
project?
could paint it orange.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
CDP logo
On the side.
Damn
Yeah.
right. Ah, shit.
Got our new trackmobile.
That would be great. Could put bunk beds in there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. In the back where all the cool kids used to sit.
He's coming to like it now. That's
A little bit. A little bit.
So you pull up in your Hummer.
No.
What does Meg say?
I have lost the keys and it stayed in the lot. Who knows?
No, you have to drive it. I bought it.
I genuinely don't think that car would fit up my driveway.
would fit in your driveway. May not fit in the garage.
No, I don't think it would, because our driveway right by the house, I mean, we just have the standard city lot, so it's basically as wide as my car now. Like, it's kind of narrow.
Yeah, my WRX fills up that. It's not even as wide as your car.
I genuinely don't think it would fit up the driveway.
I mean, you got your truck up here, but that's smaller.
Yeah.
Than that was.
Let's just park it on the street then.
Can't. That's what I'm saying. Just have it towed and chalk it up to a loss.
Take the L.
I don't know. I'd have to find other parking, genuinely. Maybe just the backyard.
It's a Hummer.
Front yard. It's front yard.
That's right. Front yard. The Z, I think anyone would love that car. That's a really cool looking car. And very blue interior. Come on. I love weird interiors.
It has a very, the console is dismal.
Yes.
The dashboard and
what do you expect?
Yeah. I think Meg would actually learn to love it. She'd hate it at first, but she'd hate the Hummer more. Well,
probably.
Yeah. Gotta have that.
I think I did well.
I think you did. I feel a little bad, but also I know once you get in the car that was made for you, once you get in that Honda Element, you will know contentment.
I don't think so. I think I'm just going to be mad at how it's almost everything. That's why I don't like that car.
But you're not real. Okay, how many times have you gone to Moab with your Jeep?
None, but I've used it for Jeep things.
You went to OBX. You could have gotten out of there in all track.
No.
This guy.
He's just
no.
in denial. He just refuses.
And we've pulled pine trees down with it at home.
You could probably do that with Element. You could probably do that.
Not a manual one.
Well, then I guess I haven't helped you at all. I
Say, my clutch and I have something to discuss with you.
No. Go forward.
I know.
Just slowly and increase the pressure slowly.
Insufferable. He's insufferable.
You just will.
Dear listeners, you can hear this.
You will not let me love you.
I will not love that Element. I will love that school bus.
I was actually disappointed a little bit in your reaction to the school bus. I
was like, yes.
I would have thought you would have hated that a little bit more.
The second you announced that it was anything that he can turn into a camper is an instant win.
In the win button.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why, on the kinder side, I was thinking the Transit, because also there's a company that does all-wheel drive transit
conversions.
Yeah, conversions. So really, that could, they have like all these pictures of them summiting Everest and shit like that.
Hashtag van life.
Yes, that is a thing. And it's gross. But
it's gross.
Actually, I did watch just out of curiosity because there is a subculture specifically of people who take transit vans and turn them into campers.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Why is that gross?
Because the toilets are disgustingly small. You're not going to drop a monster deuce in the size of an actual coffee can. No.
And stop at a rest stop.
There are restrooms in the world.
That's how you get diseases.
No, we've debunked the whole toilet seat diseases thing.
Who's we?
Science. The scientific community.
It's nasty. It's all nasty. But the bus is great.
It is great.
I will say.
I'm very pleased.
I think I honestly would have hated the dually more.
You think?
Yes.
Damn it.
Because 240,000 miles.
It was a diesel?
Yeah.
They're just getting started. You're fine.
That's true. That definitely wouldn't fit up the driveway.
No.
No, not even close.
You could just
I think what sealed it for me is that it actually said H2 Hummer on the side.
That is appalling.
With the dually, if you needed more space in the driveway, you could just pull your house about 4 feet to the left.
That is true.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Totally fine. No problem.
Maybe just pull it, so it's the other, so it's oriented the other direction. Oh, jeez. Well, thanks, I guess, Nick.
Yes.
And Tristan actually considered me. I feel very seen by him.
I considered both of you. I couldn't do quite as well with the budget for Nick, but I tried.
You did make an effort, which I appreciate.
I just think it's so funny. He had to get you the GM performance car, but couldn't swing the Corvette.
Yeah.
Not even a C3, not even like a decent C3.
There isn't such a thing.
Well,
C3s are the decent ones. The C4s are the bad ones. Remember that.
Well, yeah, but I think
There are some nasty Corvettes of all vintages.
Well, and the C3s are the good ones, so they cost more.
Right.
I could have gotten you a C4, which although it would have had a Corvette badge on it, would have had probably less horsepower and looked worse than that Camaro.
Definitely. That's definitely true.
It wasn't going to have less horsepower. Probably looked worse.
And also no trunk.
Trunk.
I think the Camaro does the Camaro have a trunk?
I believe it does. Yeah,
It's a small one, but yeah, it's got one.
it has a spare tire in it in the ad.
Oh man. The other thing I learned is that there are so many cars that I just didn't know about. Like so many different variants. Mm-hmm. And I was trying to find the weirdest and most obnoxious stuff I could at first, just to kind of get a sense of what was out there. And like the SSR that I had forgotten about because I was initially looking at the HHR for Tristan.
Oh, I would have murdered you for that one.
You don't want a new career as a florist?
We've talked about that on previous episodes. I think several times now. Tristan hates the HHR.
Okay, so the C4 Corvette would have had slightly more horsepower.
Yeah.
What's it got?
It's got 250.
Okay, that's
75 horsepower more.
That's more than the Toyota Supra.
That's our new game, more or less than the Supra.
What time are we at right now?
50 minutes. We got some time.
50 minutes. I'm just trying to... does anyone have anything else on the new garages?
No, we went through our 2 cars.
Yeah, I think we're all good there.
Should we go back to base labs?
You got something to wrap
I
up?
have something that I want to talk about, actually.
All right.
Can we take a second? All right. So maybe you guys saw this. It was kind of all over automotive Twitter for sure. Dodge, or a designer who works for Dodge, created a wide body Charger. Mm-hmm. And it looks it looks fabulous, completely incredible. It's basically just, a light flare at the front, little flare at the rear, blah, blah, blah. I looked at that car and was blown away because I love a wide body kit, especially on, the right car. It just looks incredible. But then I went to Dodge's website and I looked up the Charger. That's a really stupid car. It just kind of hit me in that moment. That car is really dumb. So family sedan.
You just figuring this out?
You know what? I think I kind of am.
Huh.
Which is weird because I guess I've always been kind of on the line about that car in some weird way because I generally like the way it looks.
I've been very happy with it when I rented it.
It just seems really stupid to me to have a full line of cars that go into ostensibly luxury territory, not offer all-wheel drive on anything but the base model, and then just add like stupid amounts of horsepower to a rear-wheel drive family sedan. What are we doing? I don't get it.
I didn't think it was the
Dodge
base model. I
is-
thought it was the GT.
No,
Dodge is
only
pl-
the SXT or whatever it is. Only the base model now comes with all-wheel drive.
Dodge is playing into sort of that retro, like mega muscle car hot rod thing. Chevy's not doing it. GM's not doing it anymore. Ford's not doing it anymore. Besides a couple special edition Mustangs.
Yeah, but those are all 2-doors. I mean, this is, a 4-door car. The theory is you put your baby in the back.
Right. But that's what they do.
Maybe the concept just hasn't aged well. Because I had a moment where I was looking at the website, and I had just been on the Audi website for fun, just screwing around there. And it was kind of one of those things where it's like, really, this is the cost of the, the nicer Chargers are $45,000, $55,000, $60,000 for just rear-wheel drive and horsepower that you will never, ever be able to use because anyone in a luxury car of any quality is going to stomp all the fuck over you on the on-ramp. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Or even in a Kia Stinger with like 300 horsepower and all-wheel drive, they're going to just destroy you.
Yep.
What is the Charger, and why don't they make it so I want one?
Well, because when they're probably sitting in that boardroom, they don't think, well, what does Andrew Tully want?
They should. They would have a better car if they did. Genuinely. What are you looking at, Tristan?
I'm just trying to figure out when the all-wheel drive went away. There you go, all-wheel drive toggle. Yeah, it is just the SXT.
Yeah, now it's just the base.
Because it used to be you had to go up to the GT to get all-wheel drive.
I see.
That's why I was surprised is that they only offered it on the weirdly mid-tier model.
Yeah.
like it was before the SRTs and the Hellcats, but it was the top of the regular Chargers used to be the only place you could get all-wheel drive. That's why I was surprised.
That's their game now. Oh, we're going to make all-wheel drive standard on the base model. They're just not give it anywhere else.
No, they're going to make it optional
It's
on the
not.
base
Yeah,
model.
it's not standard on the base model. That's
No.
the thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm just super late to this party or whatever. Or maybe the Charger just hasn't aged well, and suddenly now that they've put one in front of me, that intrinsically based on the look and based on a little bit of what it can do in that mid tier, I kind of want. But comparing it to what else you could actually purchase in that pay range, yes, the A5 or whatever may be smaller. Mm-hmm. I have to believe that's a better car.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of stuff. I think that's
I think by a pretty good margin, it's a better car.
I think that's Dodge's problem in general, with all but a few exceptions, is that when you look at things in a price range, in a category, they're never the best bang for your buck. They're never the best in that category,
Unless the only thing you care about is the horsepower number.
Right, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know.
But there's people out there who care about it
It just
because
suddenly
they still sell.
Maybe it just got tired to me. I don't know what it was.
I still contend that car should never have been all 4 doors. So
I think that fight's over, though.
I know. I'm just saying that's where they lost me.
So that's what they have the Challenger for.
Really? So they lost you at the Charger coming back with 4 doors?
Yeah.
That's interesting. What about you, Nick?
I think there were a lot of other.
I was never really on Dodge, so
Well, yeah.
I think
they never really had me to lose.
There were a lot of other nameplates that they could have used instead.
That's true.
The Dart,
They
But
did that.
but they could have used it for.
Not for a car that big. You'd want to talk to my dad for that one. He's got all the Mopar nameplates in his head.
Oh yeah, he's the Mopar guy, huh?
Yeah. So.
Well, how does he feel about it?
We rented one once and he liked it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's all I know. So
he's lukewarm. That's what Dodge is. They're just lukewarm,
yeah.
just all the way across the board.
I don't know. I guess I'm just super disappointed now for whatever reason in what it is. Kind of dumb.
Welcome to the party.
I guess maybe now I'm here
Glad to have
finally.
you.
One more question.
Uh-oh.
Well, next question. So there's a plan in the UK to pay motorists in the center of London £3,000 a year to not drive, to give up their cars. Is that enough money for you?
No.
What would it have to be? What amount of money would you need annually to give up your car?
Enough to hire someone to drive me everywhere.
Yeah, because I'm not just Ubering everywhere.
Oh, okay.
I mean, or that. I mean, my annual Uber bill would have to be covered because I will be driving places because public transportation is not for me.
And obviously where are you going to find public transportation by where you live?
Well, I'm saying, but I mean, especially where I live.
Yeah.
I mean,
And you too, Nick, and me too.
It would be,
we're not gonna get
it would
public
be
trans.
practically impossible.
Here's the
where I live, but even were I living in the center of London, that would still not be enough.
I live half a block from a bus stop. That bus proceeds to go anywhere near where I work. It's not even close. It's 6 miles. I mean, it's just
So it's got to be
impossible.
Uber or a private driver.
I just don't think I would. I just think I'd say no to the whole idea. You can't pay me to stop driving.
Yes.
Well, that would be my answer too. I didn't know
Yeah.
that was an option. You just said how much would it take?
Well, because it's an impossible amount, even if it was millions. Because you're just asked out here.
We'll see if it was millions, then I wouldn't need to work.
I wouldn't need to go to work.
It wouldn't matter.
I suppose, but I'd still go insane. I have to be able to go somewhere.
Well, you can. You just have someone drive you. You have millions of dollars. I mean, for
guess.
millions of dollars, I would do it because then I could quit my job.
Here, yeah. So
and just
you
focus on
take the
making this
millions of
podcast
dollars.
better.
You take the millions of dollars, and I'll drive you places for $1 million a year.
That's fair.
What do you think, boys?
We can wrap it up if you want. Otherwise, I have one more thing. One last announcement.
What's the announcement?
One last news, I guess.
Oh, it's a news.
It's a news.
Oh, it's a news.
God
But it
damn
is
it.
sort of an announcement that you guys probably didn't hear about because I don't think anyone did. Remember that big to-do about Ford and Volkswagen partnering up?
Yes.
Yeah.
They have announced that they are partnering up.
They did that a while ago.
But they also
did it
announced
again.
what they are partnering up on.
Is it the trucks?
It is a truck. It's a successor to the Amarok.
Yeah, that's what they announced before.
Oh, they just re-announced it then. That they
Great.
confirmed that that's
They
actually
confirmed
what they're
it. I
doing.
think we all guessed that.
Yeah, I think that's probably what it was. But no, because this was out in the news like, hey, you didn't know this.
Is it coming here? Do I have
Maybe.
to start caring?
It may be sold here. It will definitely be sold in Europe, and it could come as early as 2022.
That's a long way.
That's a long way out.
I know. So when does VW buy Ford? Before then.
2021.
Because, I mean, if this current trend of Ford continues, VW could
They're
probably
ripe
buy
for the
them.
picking.
I know. Whatever.
That would make me oddly uncomfortable.
Really?
To be honest, yeah.
I think that would
Volkswagen
be...
owning Ford?
Yeah.
Why?
It's just weird to me. So I don't have to explain myself.
Yes, you do.
It just feels weird.
Show your work.
It's an emotion. I can't show my work. It just does.
I think it's an inspired idea. I think they should try to buy Ford.
Anytime anybody under Volkswagen's banner tries to buy something, it goes badly.
What if it's Volkswagen? Not anyone under the banner, the actual banner.
The banner trying to buy things.
Yes.
Just the banner getting bigger.
VWAG. What? What?
I don't know. I think it's a big purchase they don't need to make.
Why? They're not going to outcompete in trucks.
No.
Uh,
I don't. Again, I just don't like it.
They could buy that entire market. They could just buy trucks.
Just buy the category.
Yeah, and they'd just be like, yo, got that.
Good. All the F-150s, we make those now.
And the interior quality of Fords, which is significantly lacking, would suddenly explode upwards.
Maybe.
You would
You'd
hope.
but you don't know
Right.
for sure.
They'd at least have sensible gauges. VW knows how to make a gauge.
That's true. They're my favorite gauges.
Whatever. It's never going to happen. VW is never going to buy Ford. But
I don't think Ford is ever going to sell to anybody.
No, but I see it in
Too
a hostile
proud.
takeover situation.
Yeah, they're never going to willingly put themselves out there for sale or looking for a merger. I
Definitely
think
not.
Yeah, they're too proud. Too many of the family members still on the board.
Isn't it just like one or two?
Too many of the
Still
family
too many.
members still on the board.
Any.
My point exactly.
I mean, whatever. It's a fun thought exercise, I think, because in my mind, maybe it's just me. I've already just completely written off Ford. I genuinely think that company's going
It's funny
down.
that you asked, because someone asked me they are looking for like an SUV to buy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm kind of looking at like a full, because they're replacing an Oldsmobile Bravada.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good for them.
And it's like, do you have any suggestions? And I rattled off half a dozen suggestions, and then including some of the Chevy stuff, Equinox, Traverse, Forester, half a dozen other things, Hyundais, Kias. And then like, well, what about Ford? And I was like, oh yeah, what about Ford? Because they actually do still make SUVs, and I didn't even think about it.
They
So,
do. I don't know.
The Exploder.
I don't want them to succeed. I really don't.
That might be why I didn't mention it in my subconscious. Like, I don't want to give them a sale.
I mean, yeah.
I don't know.
I totally agree with that. I have written them off intentionally because I just think that this is all like that troublesome middle time before they go back to being a sensible company. Speaking of sensible companies,
Uh-oh.
sorry to just dive bomb into a new topic. Did everybody see the new Hyundai Sonata?
No.
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 They just announced. Well, they just released. The new look for I think 2020, and it is absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, if it's not a 10 out of 10, it's damn close.
What's the phrase? They pushed the boat out for that one.
Something like that. It looks
Definitely the best
Awesome.
looking sedan, mid-sized sedan in the segment since the redesigned Ford Fusion came out 12 years ago.
I mean, this thing looks...
I'm trying to get more than just
Sweet.
one angle. Well, there's here. Just scroll down that article. It has like a trailing light up the hood, and it has a unified rear light, and it's just like super modern and very, very cool. I really, really like it.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. 2020, arriving
Well,
September.
Probably. Yeah,
probably.
September, October.
It looks...
Kind of like the Arteon.
It looks like halfway between an Arteon, and then in the front, it almost looks like a Lexus.
A little bit of that.
Kind of got that wider mouth grill on
Maybe
it.
that Lexus thing is slowly.
Those
catching
lights on the front, though, that trail up the hood are
Oh
just...
man, is that cool?
That is
Yeah, I like the-
sexy as hell.
Like the rear light.
Yeah, I weirdly I do too. That's not usually my thing.
And
It's
I
like
like-
a big U, but it doesn't look like a
big U.
Yeah.
I like the... I like how long the hood is.
Yeah, it's very pleasing dimensionally.
Yes.
Good job, Hyundai.
Yeah. as we
Again.
just- yeah. Sorry, folks. I'm just kind of rambling here at this point. But there were so many things that we didn't cover.
That's why we should do another one of those videos.
I know we do need to. We do have new equipment in order to do stuff. We just need to figure out, because these are all in our faces now. We repositioned our mics, which is why everything sounds better now. But now they're all directly in front of our faces. So if we were to do more videos with these mics,
It would be like Wilson from Home Improvement.
it would be.
Is that necessarily a bad thing?
Not in my
That
case.
people don't see us?
Not in my case either.
Yeah. But we can do those live spark plug things.
Yes, we are intending to continue doing those. We just have moved to a new space and are trying to figure things out in the interim. But yeah, those are coming back.
Sweet.
Anyways, we're just...
We're rambling now. We're trying to waste time, so let's just wrap this up.
Yeah.
Let's not waste time. We'll just be done.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Who or what are we thanking before we sign off?
I'm going to thank Tristan because he cares about me.
He gets me.
Yeah.
Hey, you kid because you care, right? I mean,
That's right.
That's-
I want you to know that you're important to me because
I gave you a terrible car.
I gave you a car that will make you happy.
He said very angrily.
You will love your elements.
It's not me in my element.
Shut up.
Too late. I would like to thank Costco gas.
okay.
Because it's wicked cheap. Which, having to use premium now, it's a bit of a shock.
When did you not have to use premium?
My Outback, my Jeep, or my 4Runner. The last,
Outback,
the last
right.
3 cars.
Oh,
So-
2.5.
The 4Runner was
You
half.
maybe got one tank of gas. Before.
Yeah, before it succumbed to the semi.
Well, it really succumbed to a motor in the back, a very small motor.
Yes. But no, Costco gasoline, excellent stuff. Very low prices.
And I would like to thank eBay,
Damn it, eBay.
because where else can you find a bus for
I
$700?
feel like I feel like I almost need a redo. That's how much I didn't think of eBay.
Do this episode again later.
I just would have searched for Corvette Project and just
See what happens.
Went where it took me.
see what happens. So yeah, thanks to eBay, and as always, thank you to the listeners. Even if we suck, you guys are always awesome, and you keep coming back, and we very much appreciate it. But as we said before, we want you to talk with us. So we do have some social media pages you can reach us at. We're on Facebook at Check Engine Podcast. Tristan, what's the Twitter handle?
At Check Engine Pod.
Andrew, what's the Instagram handle?
Also at Check Engine Pod.
So we're on all 3 of those. You can interact with us there. If you're really into what we're doing, we also have support pages. There's one right on anchor.fm. And there's also a Patreon page, patreon.com/checkenginepodcast. Has anybody checked that page recently?
Yeah, I check it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, because I have not. And one other thing we always want is reviews. Reviews are great. If you guys could take a couple of seconds and give us as many stars as you'd like. Hopefully there's a lot of them on Apple or anywhere else that you can review us. Give us a recommendation. We'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, those have been coming in. That's been actually very helpful.
Yes.
Yes, that helps
That's
out
how
a
you
ton.
go up charts.
Yes, it's
very helpful.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
Listens don't bring you up charts. Reviews do bring you up charts in this game, apparently. So the more of those we can snag, the better. Thank you for all of those things. Thanks for tuning in. We can't wait to do this with you again. So until then, take care.